Hello, Randy Rain here, and check it out. I have all three TOMY horizontal marble obstacle course maze games, from the very first one to the latest one that just came out. Well, I'm going to go through all three of these, and I'm going to show you which ones are great and which ones stink. First up, we have Run Yourself Ragged. Now that's the original name of this game, and it will always be Run Yourself Ragged to me. However, it has been called other things. It has been called Snafu, Screwball Scramble, Tricky Bill, Tricky Ball. There's even a Toy Story version of it. This game has kept TOMY alive all these years. They still make this game today. And it originally came out in like 1979, I believe. Now I'd like to point out a few things. There are 8 obstacles that you have to go through, and there are 7 controls. One of the controls controls 2 different things. Keep that in mind. That will be a theme. The other thing I would like for you to notice is that on this one, when you mess up, the ball returns. Remember that. However, there are 3 spots that the ball can get away from you and leave the board. 2 of them are on the same control here. This one can be knocked off as well. This last one, if you hit it too hard, it can get away from you. But other than that, the ball gets returned. So remember that. The ball gets returned, and there's only a couple of little places where the ball can actually leave the board. Now, the last thing I'd like to point out is something that you already know, and is quite obvious, that this is a game of skill. Matter of fact, that's why there's a timer on it. So it's actually all about trying to get through it as fast as you can. Now, if this was an Olympic category, I would bring home the gold. Now it's time for Screwball Scramble Level 2 or Tricky Bill Level 2. This game came out, I think, around like 2019, maybe 2018, somewhere around there. There is no date on the box or the instructions or anything, and I can't find any date. But that's about when I remember seeing this game first. If Run Yourself Ragged was an A, then this game gets a D. Maybe a C minus, maybe. There's a lot of problems with this game, which is sad because there's a lot of things that I like about this game. First of all, let's look at the controls. Now, you remember there were 7 controls on the original, but 8 obstacles. Now, this one has 6 controls, but let's count the obstacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one only has 7 obstacles. So right there, that's no good. I think some of these obstacles are very clever. This first one here, right here, this is a clever obstacle. This maze game that spins, that's a clever obstacle. This double skee ball thing here, that's a clever obstacle. I even like this little zigzag thing here. The fulcrum is offset. It's not in the center. Tilting it one way, you just have to tilt it a little bit. Tilt it the other way, and you have to tilt it a lot. So it's a little tricky. That's fun. You get classics like making the ball jump. You also get the same finale. Those are good obstacles, and that is the only reason this thing gets a passing grade. So let me point out the things that I don't like. The first thing I want you to notice, there's no ball return. Matter of fact, there are places that if you don't watch it, the ball completely dies on you, on purpose. Now, that spot sucks because it's hard to get out. At least that one's a little easier. I'm not a big fan of that. I like the ball return better, but I can forgive that. Let's just ignore that, okay? Let's move on. Now, I showed on the first one how sometimes the ball can get away from you and get off the board. It's not bad, though. This one is pretty bad. So right from the beginning, the very first one, so you have to go chase it on that one. On the little zigzag that I actually like, it does it too. But the absolute worst is the skee ball into the cup. Now it's starting to get a little ridiculous, but I can forgive all of that stuff. But here's the part that I can't forgive. Like I showed you with the first one, this is a game of skill. But if you look at this dish that you have to get the ball into, you see 2 holes. Now, one of those holes leads to the next obstacle. The other hole puts you back 2 obstacles. There is no trick shot. There's nothing you can do to make sure it goes into one hole and not the other. It's just the luck of the roll of the ball. And that's a bunch of bullshit. That's blasphemy. That's luck. This game is not a game of luck. It is a game of skill. Now, if there was a skill shot that got you into the hole you needed to go into, I would be okay with that. But this is just random. Then there's this little piece right here. Now, this doesn't fit quite. It's a little too small. But I'm guessing they were originally going to put a timer there. But then when they came up with that stupid thing, the timer's kind of pointless because you could sit there all day long and it'd roll into that one. So right there is why it gets such a low grade. That's just terrible. Now, of course, my solution to the whole thing, cover that hole with a piece of tape. Because that's a bunch of crap there. And now we're down to the third one. And after the second one, this one is a breath of fresh air. I give this one a solid B+. I would like to give it an A. I will reserve the A for Run Yourself Ragged, but again, I will give this one a solid B+. Now, as far as I know, this one has only come out in Japan. And so everything is in Japanese. But you'll notice with the controls, it doesn't really say what they do, except maybe here on this one. I have no idea what that says. So it doesn't list out all of the obstacles. But if we go by usage of the controls, well, then there's 9 obstacles. Now, you may say this is not much of an obstacle, which it's not. It's just a thing. We're still down to 8. Or you could say that this jump thing gets used twice and that's the same thing even though you don't use them at the same time. However you look at it, you have more than the second one. And it only uses 5 controls. This thing right here controls 4 different ones. And you use this twice. That's pretty clever. Now you will notice that the ball does not return to you. That's why it's not getting an A. And it does have dead areas where if you get it in there, it is dead. But these are done way better. There's actually 4 of them. One of them for when you mess up here. Another when you mess up here. The other one when you mess up here. And then there's another one if it ever gets stuck right there. Compared to the second one, that's great. Now there's at least one area that the ball can get away from you and go flying. And maybe this last one if you hit it hard enough. So that's not bad, especially compared to the last one. Now as far as the obstacles go, there's 2 new clever ones that I really like. There's some rehashing of old ones. Some rehashing of old ones with a twist. So that's pretty good. So with the new ideas, one of them is this seesaw thing. Which is way harder than it looks. Sometimes that one can easily get away from you. And oddly enough, the best one that they have is the little swirly thing here. I guess they're trying to make up for the last one. Because this is very clever. It spins when you turn this thing. The same thing that moves the seesaw back and forth also makes this thing spin. And it's on this last jump that you have to get it. But once you get into it, you have to move it to the position where it will fall into the right spot to get to the next obstacle. And if you don't, it will put you back. But that's fair because you can fix it with more practice and more skill. That is very, very clever. I like that one. You also have a magnet thing like the first one, except this one's like a rock climbing wall. And it's back to that spinning thing. It's really not that hard. You just have to go slow and note quick movements. But it's clever and I do like it. And the rest are very reminiscent of other things. Like here's the little maze game. You have the jumping pedestals. You have this little zigzag thing, which is harder than it looks because it only goes left and right. The fulcrum is in the center, but you have to do it so precise and so fast. Which also gets you to this, which isn't much of an obstacle, but... And the beginning is just another one of these ski balls. It's just longer, and there's only one of them. So all in all, this is a pretty good game. Now, one of the coolest things is they come with these little attachments where you can connect them all together. On the boxes, they show connecting them to the original. However, you can connect to the stinky one, and just like being the stinky one, it doesn't always land perfectly. So that's the good, the bad, and the ugly of these TOMY and Takara TOMY obstacle ball maze games. Now, if you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I want to thank these people. These are the patrons. These are the people bringing you all of these games. And I couldn't do any of this stuff without them. So I thank them oh so very much. And if you'd like to become a patron, there's some perks and stuff. So go please check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching.